Do I look tan and glowy like I've had a beautiful tropical beach vacation? Well, I don't have a tan. If you've watched my channel long enough, you will know I never tan anymore. I actually just have a little bit of a sunless tanner on, a very kind of natural sunless tanner. And then I also have a little bit of my all-time favorite liquid highlighter mixed in with a little bit of moisturizer. So it kind of gives you that pretty tan tropical glow. And a little bit of bronzer on. And I can link those down below if you're interested in which ones I like to use. But this video is not about how to get a natural looking tan, bronzed, glowy looking skin. This video is to share with you some of my all-time favorite sunscreens. Almost all of these that are my absolute favorites are 100% mineral physical sunscreens, and it doesn't matter if you're my shade of skin tone, lighter than me, or a lot darker than me. I think I might have you covered with some options that might work for your skin. I'm not really going in any particular order of what my favorite is because honestly, I love all of these. I am traveling in another country. I'm in South America, so of course I could only bring a limited amount of products. So what I am sharing are products I absolutely love, along with a few newer ones that I don't think I've even shared in a video before that I've been testing out for a few months that I wanted to share with you. So let's just start with what sunscreen I have on my face today. This is by the brand Avène, one of my favorite skincare brands. This is an SPF 50. It's their Solaire UV, and this is a tinted sunscreen. And this is the sunscreen that if you have my skin tone or darker, I think that you're really going to enjoy this sunscreen. Let me show you how dark this tint is. Now, if you're a lot lighter than me, this is not going to be a sunscreen for you, but keep watching because I have some other faves that might work for you. But do you see how much darker this tint is compared to what other tints are? Actually, I'm going to compare it next to this one by Dermatology, which I'm going to talk about. This is the Dermatology Tinted, and then this is the newest one from Avène. Now, when I apply this, it is a smidge darker than my skin. I don't use this sunscreen alone when I'm not wearing makeup, but when I know I'm gonna put makeup on, like I'm wearing it today underneath my makeup, when I know I'm gonna wear makeup, this is one that I absolutely love. Number one, I love that it's all mineral. I love that it's SPF 50. I love that it gives my skin kind of a natural finish with a little bit of a glow, but it dries down to where there's no greasy or stickiness to it at all, and makeup goes on beautifully over this sunscreen. All of the sunscreens that I share in this video, I will link them down below. Some of them, actually, a lot of them I do have discount codes for, not all of them, but I'll make sure that I list the discount code down below as well. Now, I bought this with my own money. Actually, I think I bought all of these with my own money. I bought this at Ulta, but I have a discount code for I think 20 or 25% off if you want to get this one online. The next one is a holy grail for me. This is another one that I actually have on my skin today. I don't mix my sunscreens together, but I like to layer them sometimes, especially to give me that extra coverage since I do deal with hyperpigmentation, melasma, some acne scarring on my skin. And my skin is more normal, sometimes oily, and I will get the oil breakthrough during the day. If you have dry skin, you're not gonna like this one, so just fast forward to the next sunscreen. But if you're one of my gals who have normal to oily skin, or you're trying to find something, a good primer, a makeup primer that will help block those oils, not only does this work as an amazing makeup primer, that's what I use it for, but it is an oil-free, it's a mattifying moisturizer, but it has an all-mineral SPF 30 sunscreen in it. I love this. I will just put on whatever sunscreen I'm using for the day, but then I like to put one little pump of this as my face primer. But instead of this just being your basic boring primer, I'm getting those extra added benefits of the all mineral SPF 30 sunscreen. Plus it helps make my pores look a lot smaller, and it prevents a lot of that breakthrough oil throughout the day. Now, this does have a little bit of a white cast, so I wouldn't recommend using this if you have my skin tone. I wouldn't recommend using this all over and not wearing makeup, since it does have a smidge of a cast. This is a holy grail for me. This is probably my third or fourth one. I don't hear anyone talk about this, but I love this. The next one is probably no secret that it's a favorite sunscreen. This one is not an all mineral sunscreen. It is mostly mineral physical sunscreen, but it has a smidge of chemical filter in it as well. However, I am one that typically can't use a lot of chemical filters in my sunscreen, especially not around my eyes because it burns. This doesn't burn my eyes. I can put this all over my eyelids, all over my face. This is their tinted version, the SPF 46. They also have a non-tinted version, which I love as well and blends in and doesn't leave a white cast. I love them both, but the tinted one, it doesn't give me, you know, much coverage if I'm not wearing makeup, but it gives me just enough coverage to kind of help blur out some of my imperfections. I also have a discount code for this, so it brings down the price even more. But this is one that they say is supposed to be a dupe for the super popular Ulta MD one. And I used to use the Ulta MD sunscreen all the time, but I do like this one better. This sunscreen right here has been a holy grail ride or die sunscreen for probably 4 years. This is by the brand Skin Medica. This is their Essential Defense Mineral Shield. This is an all mineral sunscreen with titanium and zinc. It's a tinted sunscreen, and this is an SPF 32. I wish it was a higher SPF, but I'm okay with 30 and above because I reapply my sunscreen so often, and I reapply it over my makeup. It's great for all skin types. A lot of doctors and dermatologists will recommend this, especially after you've had a procedure done like laser, because it doesn't irritate the skin. It doesn't burn the skin. It has this nice, really sheer, beautiful tint to it, and it blends in like a dream. On those days that maybe I've over exfoliated or I've tried some new product that my skin didn't like, this is the one that I reach for, especially in those moments because I have to wear my sunscreen every day. But there's no irritation. It almost calms down my skin, but I love how this looks underneath my makeup. It pretty much acts as a makeup primer for me, so I just love this for so many reasons. The other thing I love about it is this is my main sunscreen that I keep in my purse, not this full size because I only carry a teeny little purse, like a belt bag. But this is the sunscreen that I reapply over top of my makeup throughout the day. Actually, you know what? I'll just show you what I do. You can get those empty compacts, those cushion compacts on Amazon. I've shown those in another video. I'll make sure I link one down below, the one that I have. So if you want to squirt this in one of those cushion compacts and then throughout the day pat it on, but I'll just show you over top of my makeup. And I have a lot of makeup on today because I wanted to, you know, look tan and glowy. All I do is I don't usually use a sponge. I just put a little bit on and I'll just pat it right over top of my makeup. Now, I don't even usually use a sponge. I just use my fingers throughout the day. I don't rub it. I'm just trying to kind of make it mesh with my makeup. So I'll just press it in, and I'll do this all over my face, especially around here, the part that's exposed to the sun. And I usually have a hat on if I'm outside. But after I press it in, I keep a teeny little thing of blush in my purse, and then I keep a little small powder compact. And then if I need to reapply my blush, I'll put a little blush over top and then powder. But this will dry down. Actually, it's already starting to dry because it's meshing in with my makeup. This will dry down into a beautiful natural finish. Doesn't disturb my makeup at all, but that's all I do. Now, I can't necessarily use some of my other sunscreens over top of my makeup, but that's why this is like a holy grail ride or die sunscreen. I also have a discount code for this as well, so that does help. I can't even count how many of these I've bought, at least 50 of them over the past 4 years. It is just such a phenomenal sunscreen for me. This is one of the newer sunscreens that I bought before I came here. It's almost empty. This is by the brand Misha. This is their Essence Sun Milk SPF 50 plus PA plus plus plus. I don't know all of the ingredients in this, to be quite honest, which is very rare for me to not know all of the ingredients. Just on a whim, right before I left, I thought, you know, I hear a lot of people talk about this. I'm just gonna buy it and try it out. I'm pretty sure these are chemical filters in here, but they're not the same chemical filters that we use in a lot of our sunscreens in the USA. This is a gorgeous sunscreen. I'm able to put this on my eyelids and it doesn't burn. It gives me this natural, almost slightly mattifying finish, but after about an hour, that mattifying look wears away and it's just a natural finish. This doesn't have any white cast. It's a very liquidy, fluid sunscreen. It blends in so well. The only thing I don't like about it is it has a lot of fragrance in it. The fragrance is actually quite beautiful. The ratings for me would be way, way up there if it didn't have this fragrance, but what I love it on is my neck and my chest because it's so fluid, so easy to rub in. But I wanted to put this in this video because it is one of my top sunscreens right now that I'm absolutely loving. It does have a few little negatives to it, but not enough for me to not consider repurchasing it again. So this is one that I actually already have it in my Amazon cart so that when I go back to the United States, I can buy it again. Really quickly, I wanted to share this one because this is phenomenal for touching up your sunscreen throughout the day. This is by the brand, I'm not sure how to say it, SCINIC, maybe Scenic or Scenic. This is their Enjoy Super Active Airy Sun Stick SPF 50 Plus PA plus. It's just this stick. It just looks like a little deodorant, but look how small this is. I have some of those other ones from Neutrogena, but they're like double this size, and the Neutrogena leaves a white cast, but look at this. This does not leave a white cast at all. I've almost used the entire thing. That's how much I love it. I will touch this up on my neck throughout the day, especially right here on my chest where I have this little hyperpigmentation, sun damage right here. You could put this over top of your makeup, but for me, it's a little too dewy for me over top of my makeup. I will use it on the backs of my hands throughout the day. You know, we never want to forget our hands. We don't want to focus only on our face, neck, and chest, and then have super wrinkled up hands. So I always put sunscreen on any area that is exposed throughout the day. This definitely will be something I will repurchase over and over and over because it's so convenient, it's so easy, and I love that there's zero white cast in this. And now I have a ton of them from the brand ColorScience. I just want to quickly go over each of them because I think I've raved about these in enough videos already. Probably my very favorite one is this one, their ColorScience Glow. This is probably my third bottle of this. This is the ColorScience Sun Forgettable Total Protection Face Shield in the Glow formula, and this is in SPF 50 PA+++. This is 100% mineral sunscreen. There is zero white cast whatsoever, and if you're looking for a natural finish without any grease or shine and not super mattifying, but you still want to have that lit from within glow, this is the sunscreen. This is a holy grail. This is phenomenal. I will never be without this. I will put this all over my face as my all over sunscreen. I love it on my neck and chest. It'll give me this look of this glow that I have right now without being greasy. But what I also use this for, I will use this as my highlighter. So I will just take the teeniest dot of it when I'm touching up my makeup throughout the day, and you can make this highlight your face, but yet you're getting an all mineral SPF 50 coverage on top of it. You know, maybe you're going to the pool or the beach and you don't really want to go with no makeup. You want to have like that no makeup look, but you want to use SPF products. This is amazing for that. So just anywhere the sun would give me that glow, this is where I put this as my highlighter. Isn't that pretty? I love this sunscreen. I'll put a little over here to even it out. So this is what I wear a lot of times as my highlighter. The more SPF I can put on, the better, especially since I deal with hyperpigmentation and melasma. Now, if you don't want that glowy look, but you do want that really good coverage of an all mineral sunscreen, this is also pretty much the same formula without the glow. It's an SPF 50 PA+++++. Again, it's an all mineral sunscreen. This is a beautiful one. It kind of has like a light peachy tint, but it blends in and doesn't leave a white cast. I think this is a lot of people's holy grail sunscreen. And I do have a discount code for all of ColorScience's products as well. One of the newer ones from ColorScience, which blew my mind when I first tried it, this is their Flex sunscreen. It's an all mineral. However, this one is kind of like a light medium coverage foundation, so you have to pick the shade that's for you. Whether you're super fair or whether you're deep, the shades pretty much will work for anyone. I have the medium and the tan, and today if I were to use this with my fake tanner that I have on, I never bring it above right here. I never put tanner on my face, but I would use the tan shade to match that. But normally I just use the medium shade. One thing I like to do is I will use their Glow all over my face. Then I'll just use a little bit of their Flex sunscreen to get a little bit of coverage. This to me is basically like a foundation. That's how amazing the coverage is. When I first tried it on and saw what it looked like in the camera, I was shocked. I loved how it looked. So I've already repurchased these a couple times. I brought these with me. This is something I will use on my no makeup days. days. It's something I will use in place of using foundation. I'm showing you the comparison of what the medium blends out to compared to what the tan looks like blended out. I don't have the deep or the lighter shade, but you can look at the swatches on their website. Just make sure you choose a color that's best for you. But this one, I've seen a lot of dermatologists even recommending this sunscreen because it really is that impressive. You know, sunscreens have really come a long way. They don't have that icky white cast. There are so many beautiful, elegant formulas that are all mineral sunscreens to choose from. And this Flex one from ColorScience, I mean, they knocked it out of the park on this one. The two final ones that are also by the brand ColorScience, these are both holy grails for me. This is their brush-on sunscreen. This is an SPF 50. I actually have it in the shade Fair because it kind of works like a translucent powder. I keep this in my purse. I never go anywhere without this. So when I'm touching up sunscreen throughout the day, I will either just use this and then just brush it on my face or the backs of my hands or my neck and chest. Or what I like to do is put that Skin Medica one on first, the cream one, pat it in, and then I will kind of set it with this. So I make sure I am reapplying the proper amount and I'm getting good coverage throughout the day. And then, holy grail, ride or die. I think I brought 3 or 4 of these with me to South America here because I use this nonstop. This is the ColorScience Total Eye 3-in-1 Renewal Therapy. This is an all mineral SPF 35 PA+++. I keep one in my purse, one in my makeup bag. It's not just an all mineral sunscreen to use around the eyes, but this also can replace my concealer. It's also hydrating, it's moisturizing. I will use this before I do my makeup, but I also will use this throughout the day over top of my makeup to touch up my concealer, to kind of refresh my under eyes so they're not looking kind of so dry and crepey midday. But I'm also reapplying my sunscreen throughout the day. It comes in, I think, 4 different shades. This is the medium one, the original one, and I love this because it's like a color corrector all in one. It's got this beautiful light peachy tint to it, and it's got this cold metal tip applicator. Let me show you how beautiful this is over top of my makeup. You know, you can kind of see where I have a little bit of the dark shadowing here. I just put a little bit under my eye. I mean, look at this beautiful tint. And again, it comes in different shades for all different skin tones. I don't rub it, I just kind of press it in so it just meshes with the concealer and makeup I already have on. I think it looks so pretty on, but I love that it color corrects. I love that it kind of acts like a sheer concealer. I love that it's hydrating, moisturizing. I love that it's an all mineral SPF 35 sunscreen. It's definitely more than a 3-in-1 product. It's like 5 different products in one. It is something I'm never without. I know many of you have left me comments telling me that you cannot live without this and you don't even use concealer anymore, that this has replaced your concealer and you're noticing your under eye area is looking more youthful and healthy because it's reminding you to reapply that sunscreen right underneath your eyes every single day. You know, sunscreen is the #1 anti-aging beauty cream on the market. You can use the most expensive creams, serums, lotions, and potions, but you know, if you're not using a good sunscreen and reapplying every roughly 2 to 3 hours every single day, rain or shine, whether you're at the beach or not, whether you're just hanging out in your house on the computer during the day and you have a window open, whether you're driving to work and then you're in a dark building all day, seriously, I would not even waste your money on retinols, vitamin C's, wrinkle creams, no other products, whether they're expensive or inexpensive. Don't even waste your money if you're not using a good sunscreen, using the proper amount, and reapplying every single day. Get in the habit of using sunscreen every single day, rain or shine. Not only can it help prevent skin cancer, which of course that should be the most important, but it can also help keep your skin from aging as rapidly as it would without using sunscreen. But since it's National Sunscreen Day, I thought I would do this video and to remind you to please use your sunscreen. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you share this with a friend, especially if you're trying to encourage them to wear sunscreen. Maybe this will give them some tips and tricks on some sunscreens that might work best for them. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to put your sunscreen on and reapply, and I will see you in the next video.